what a hypocrite I am. So I'm on a hunt today for interesting things I've written down in a notebook and what I've been trying to do with notebooks for the last 4 years. Starting off 4 years ago, I typically wrote about experiences in a kind of like diaristic journal fashion, and now it's starting to be more of a quick capture. So if I need to remember a date or a name or a project or something, some detail, I'll write that down and look back at it. So quick capture has become one of the driving concepts behind how I use journals and notebooks as like a functional tool. I also think of notebooks as a kind of second memory. So if I had like an external hard drive to my primary memory, that would be my notebooks, and those are the things that I want to hold on to that I might not remember through the course of a day. It would just slip through the washer of my mind. This notebook was given to me at a staff, I think it was a staff holiday party. It's really nice, it feels good. You can open it full because it has the curly spine there. So you can like pull the page back all the way, and that can be really nice. So you're not fighting the bendiness of the spine, which might close on you or something. This will stay open, so that's pretty cool. This notebook I tore in half for some reason. I think it's a part of this one, which was from November 2019 to March 2020, and they belong together, I think. This is a little note card that I found from my bike tour in Europe. I think at that time I was in Amsterdam. Different sketches for websites, ideas I've had for layouts of different graphics. One of the things I'm really enjoying is seeing different people appear as characters in the journals. Here I have a friend that I visited in Geneva, and it said, "In Geneva, Garrett will go for a Fulbright research on rehearsing nightmares using CBT." I'm also seeing some goals I've had at 35. I wanted to be self-sufficient and autonomous but connected. I think part of what has made me want to return to notebooks is the state of my life right now is pretty chaotic. Managing that is like, I feel like I'm in between a lot of stuff right now. So I guess I can turn to the past and notebooks for feelings and answers, and that can be... Actually, I didn't realize it's actually a part of moving. It was moving that got me into the notebook, and that's why I'm here with them, because I was packing things away and trying to realize, like, what stuff do I have to move? I found these notebooks, and such is the way of packing and moving, right? You find something interesting and you get lost in it, and then you spend more time looking at and reminiscing over things than you do actually doing the task you set out to do, which is pack and move your stuff. Looking at some of this, it's just upsetting actually to see these versions of myself that just feels kind of strange. What state of mind was I in when I was doing this? How often do we stop and appreciate feet? Why would I write that? Oh wow, this one takes me back like immediately to a place where I was on a farm in Denmark. Sunday, July 28th. Coffee on the green couch with Renata. Wrote this apparently at the fish market, July 21, 2019. Last night was my second joining a middle-aged man's birthday party. First Kirim, then David, the Turk and the German. Thank you both for the Krotten, Wurst, and beers. Slept out under the ferry bridge of Finkenwerder? Finkenwerder. What a name. Spoke a long time with a guy, never got his name. Who does sound design for fun? Ableton is the program he uses, a German company. Just sitting here with a full belly on my second cup of coffee and 5 hours of sleep in the cafe has me tired. I don't understand where that's going. I can't even read it. A list of words from The Sisters by James Joyce. Simoniac. This was the very end of Bike Tour. I am ecstatic. Like bugles in a canoe. Yeah, it's so hot. Oh, nice. You came out just for the breeze? It's magnificent. Lots of ideas for little projects that never happened. Sketches, smoothie recipes, back in time. This one's shiny. What is going on in the world with Brexit and Boris, impeachment and Trump, Kurds and Turkey, my poor history? Somebody spank the ideas into me. I want life. It's all I choose. How do I get there? This one is nice because it's completely filled. And starting with right after I graduated college, my senior year of college, May 20th in Tallahassee, Florida, was not feeling good. Wrote about somebody who stole my pen. I didn't have a job, I didn't have any people around or like a place to report to. I was wandering and lost, and it was kind of a weird place to be. There was a time in here I wasn't feeling well because of just like body ailments. David and Jen are super cool, moral, and entertaining. A really interesting bit in there about how I was thinking of going to grad school to become a teacher. So yeah, actually that is the end of my little journey here. I guess the main takeaways of this looking back at 4 years of journals is, one, I realized that writing down things in the moment made me overanalyze everything, and I was circling in on my thoughts, and it ended up not being therapeutic or insightful at all. And I didn't have any kind of discoveries. I think I do better when it's a dialogue and I'm talking with someone else. Maybe writing is just something I need to get better at in conversation with myself. Number two, looking back at old writing wasn't as helpful as I would hope or like it to be. Most of the stuff I was working on, it was sort of mildly interesting to reflect on where I was at a place in time in the past, but none of that is the direction that I ended up going in or has anything to do with what I'm working on now. So it being separate from my goals and where I spend my time now ended up feeling kind of like a little bit of a waste of a time. I'm not sure I'm going to keep doing journals. It feels very romantic in a way to do the sitting down with pen and paper, but I also think there are other ways to express and document and reflect on experiences and thoughts and take note of things in general. So I think I'll continue using a notebook as a quick capture tool and also as a sketching and thinking tool. But as far as reflecting in a diaristic manner, it's probably not something I'm going to return to, because I felt that the way I was telling the story to myself and getting thoughts out onto a page or replaying my day ended up being kind of inaccurate and not super fun or interesting. The kinds of media I'll want to experiment with in the future is going to be a lot more video and voice memos and notes in my phone. But doing the pen paper thing, I just don't see as a staple in my day-to-day habits. If you made it this far, thank you. And if you'd like this kind of stuff, you can subscribe to the channel, hit that button, so you can see more videos like this every week. That's all for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yes, because it's reading. Que entonces lo vienes tocando eso. Wow. There you go.
So I'm gonna have to sit on that for a little while and figure out what I'm doing here. Hmm.
Porque me está ubicando al lado en Rusia.